So hello and good morning students, and welcome again to the Mehta PG College online study portal, and I am again back with a new video, the lecture 4th for BSc first year physics, paper 2nd electromagnetism, and again with the English medium. But today in this video will going a little bit different from the rest of the lessons. For the further our study is to enhancing our knowledge about vector calculus. We got two dimensions to know, the one of which was the divergence and the second of which was the curl of that particular vector field. And today in this video we will talk about curl of that vector field. So what it will be, we will gonna discuss shortly, but before starting with the curl, I would like you to remind the lecture 3rd where we have discussed about line integral of a vector field. So this will be pretty much easier for you to understand if you remember something like as a line integral of vector field. As this topic was discussed earlier in the divergence video for the lecture 3rd, but we will need it here. For the divergence we need the vector flux, but for the curl we need a line integral of that particular vector field. So what it will be and how it will react to us and how does it mean to us, we will talk about the line integral. If you remember the previous lecture, or if you hadn't witnessed yet, then let me remind you that line integral is represented as as a line integral over a closed curve. C represents curve here. For a vector A, you say dot dl over a length, okay, over a length segment. So this was the line integral, and basically what is line integral values to us for a vector field when we will talk about the curl, and for that if we talking about line integral for a particular vector field, then what does a line integral represents us? So line integral represent here, what does line integral represents? Represents change in a vector quantity, as certainly a vector field always represents a vector quantity for sure. Change in a vector quantity in a length segment, Certainly while driving from one point to another, there are certainly some change in the speed, certainly some change in the magnitude, and maybe some change for the time variations also can be considered for our reference. Okay, so let's start with the video. This is something to remind you, but what is curl exactly is we will go through its physical meaning, we will go through the Cartesian coordinate representation for curl of that particular vector field. So let's start with the video. This is something to remind, just keep it in mind, we will need it further. I don't think so we have to keep it on the board, so that let me clear it off and start with the curl. Okay, I would like to you imagine something that a point here, consider a point here. I think you can say this properly. This is the point. Consider this is traveling from a point A to point B in a sense. This is coming from point A to point B. This is the direction, because every time you represent a vector, you certainly need a direction and a magnitude as well. For that vector quantity traveling from point A to point B certainly will go through some changes within the periods. If you divide it for the infinitesimal length segments, like as if it is L1, if it is L2, if it is L3, if it is L4 and some kind of L5, and all of these sorts will result you the length AB. So certainly if you consider that traveling from point A to point L1, there are some certain change, like if it stops here, then there is change in velocity, certainly for sure. The travel time, that is also matters. The displacement vector, that always varies for a vector quantity. So this is what it is. So let me start with the definition. Every time you define a curl, what it will be considered, this is point A to B, okay. This is something to understand. Let me go through some clear example here, okay. Traveling from point A to B, this is the direction. For that, for more reference, if it goes to point C as our reference, and then to point D our reference, and again to point A. So these are the direction vectors, okay. It is traveling, it is making a surface area for you. The surface, for a surface, a vector quantity is traveling from point A to B, then B to C, and again from C to D. So this is all certainly happen, and as you all know that what is the direction of surface is, the direction of surface certainly perpendicular to the surface you have imagined here. It must be a dA, or maybe the n cap direction you see. So this is the direction of surface, and this is the area here. So the curl will be the circumference changes, okay. Every time when you are talking about divergence, divergence was the quantity which is inside the surface, okay. Divergence means the concepts where the vector quantity will vary or change within the surface, because it matters. The surface area, the dA, this is the whole surface area, that matters for a vector, for a divergence of that particular vector quantity. But every time when you are talking about curl, so curl will matter only when it is taken the consider only the circumference of that particular surface. So this is what curl matters is. So okay, let me proceed further. For our further reference, consider that I got a parameter, say gamma here. So this is gamma. Certainly gamma represents a line integral. Gamma represents a line integral for what? For surface, for vector quantity A dot dA, sorry, not dA but dl. Certainly this is the line integral. Certainly it will have some components, like say components are as A1 here. It should be A1, it will be A2, and this may be A4. For your reference, you say this must be A3, sorry. This is A3, and what if it is A4? So these are the components, and from combining those components, we go through a integral section for infinitesimal short lengths. So this is what happens. So we have considered our curl here. This is the line integral vector which represents the curl certainly. So what will be the curl? Curl is, let me define, give you the definition for the curl. So what will be the curl? So what will be the curl? When you are talking about divergence here, I am giving you some reference so that you can remind the previous lecture, and if you know the previous lecture, then you can skip this particular definition. But for the curl, let me go through the definition for the divergence first. When you are talking about divergence, divergence was for infinitesimal area. Divergence for infinitesimal area. Flux passing through unit area for infinitesimal small areas. So similarly, curl will be the change in vector quantity for infinitesimal small length elements, okay, infinitesimal small length elements, and the vector per unit length, okay, and the vector per unit length. So this will be the curl definition. Let me define it properly. So you can define curl as the magnitude of vector quantity, magnitude of vector quantity per unit length varies for infinitesimal length segments. So this is particular we define for our sense, and mathematically we can represent curl here. The curl should be the magnitude. Surely curl cannot be negative. It could be 0 in a sense. Every time when you are talking about divergence, every time when you are talking about curl, these could be 0 but not less than 0. Divergence could be, but curl should not be 0 every time when you are talking about curl. We go through definition. Like as I have talking about some kind of infinitesimal length. So infinitesimal length represents a limit here. Limit dl approaches 0, the length segment approaches 0 here. Sorry, not as a length element, but it certainly forming a surface here. So for my reference, this must represent dA, not the infinitesimal length, but the infinitesimal area element, area segment. Sorry, limit dA approaches 0 and gamma maximize. Why we are maximizing gamma? So that we can find out the maximum curl change. Every time magnitude should be maximum for reference. So gamma maximum per unit length segment. This is all. Okay, very well. Sorry, area element. For far more reference, you can say that limit dA approaches 0. Limit dA approaches 0, and again this one would be 1 upon dA integration over closed surface A vector dot dl vector. Okay, that's enough. So this is it. This is how you define curl mathematically. And again the quantity must be maximum here. This quantity, particular quantity must be maximum. So the magnitude of vector quantity per unit length varies for infinitesimal area segments. So this is defined the curl here. So this is the definition for the curl. Keep it in mind, we will need it shortly when we will represent our curl in Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, I would like to tell you certainly some more things about curl, as every time you take curl of a particular vector field, it would shortly become what kind of a quantity, if it would be a scalar quantity or it will be a vector quantity. So when you are talking about curl always must be a vector quantity for sure. Curl of a vector field always comes out to be a vector quantity. To be a vector quantity. So curl always be a vector quantity. Curl of a vector field always be a vector quantity. But every time when you are talking about divergence, the divergence of a vector field, if you remember the previous lecture, and if you want then go and check it, then it will be certainly pretty much easier for you to understand. So curl of a vector field always be a vector quantity, but every time when you talking about divergence, so divergence of a vector field always be a scalar quantity. So what if the curl would be 0? What will happen? This is the curl. After all, I say, what if the curl A is equal to 0? What does this particular thing means? Do you understand what I am saying? I am saying that what if the curl of a vector is 0, then what kind of vector it is? Every time when the divergence of a vector is 0, then it is a solenoidal vector, because the surface you have taken has 0 flux comes out to be. So here it is, when the curl will be 0, the curl will be 0 only when the line integral will be 0 or the area would be infinite. That is not possible, because we have taken into consider that area is infinitesimal. Let me give you a reference for this particular statement here. The curl could be 0 only when if the area dA would be infinite, but that is not possible, because we have talking about infinitesimal area element. Infinitesimal means very much smaller, you can consider the smallest as possible. In short, we can write here as infinitesimal. Infinitesimal means as short as possible, or maybe not for short, then the word that fits here, suits well, is as small as possible. You write it as infinitesimal. It is a new word, so we are improving your English also within the physics. So this cannot be possible. This cannot be possible. The dA area element cannot be infinite. So how it can be 0? It can be 0 either the length segment is very much small, because the length segment cannot be 0. If it is 0, then curl will not exist. So when the curl is existing, then certainly this is possible that dl would not be 0. Then what will be 0? The thing that will be 0 is the whole line integral will approach 0. When this whole line integral approaching 0, then the curl would be 0. And in the case when curl of a vector field is 0, the vector is called irrotational vector. Irrotational vector. Keep it in mind. Then what is a irrotational vector? If it has been asked for 1.5 mark question, then an irrotational, so what is an irrotational vector? An irrotational vector is a vector for which the parameter curl of that particular vector quantity or the vector field approaches 0. Then the vector can be considered as irrotational vector. So this is what the curl is. I think this is pretty much informative for you. You can take a screenshot for your reference. Let me go aside. Hope you have taken your screenshot. Then let me clear this off and we will go through some certain parameters for our curl. As it was in our tradition that whenever we are studying our concepts, then always we go through physical meanings for our physica or our physics knowledge. So sir, we will talk the physical significance of curl also. How will you signify curl physically? So here it is the physical meaning of curl of a vector field. So what is the physical meaning? Physical meaning of curl of a vector field. So how will you signify curl? So the physical meaning, what is the physical meaning? Consider the water is flowing within a volume, you say, or flowing on such kind of a river, or certainly some such kind of you say rivers. A river is pretty much good example for you. That when a water is flowing, what kind of flow you see? When water is flowing, this is the direction of flow. Every time you see that if this is the direction of the pipe or some sort of like as river or some sort of particular parameter you can say. So this is the direction of flow of water, not in sense of water, but maybe we use pretty much more vast word for this, which is fluid. So the direction of flow of fluid you see is, if this is going into that phase, then the fluid will flow in the same phase, you see. But every time when the fluid is flowing in this direction, it has some kind of turbulent flows also. When the velocity of fluid goes pretty much more than that of critical velocity, it will have some sort of flows, like it may be flow certainly different. This may be in this direction, and the corners must behave some literal left or right, maybe some sort of disarrangements in the velocity vector. So this is what, why this all happens, because we consider that the flow must be, this is the flow you have seen. What if the water is steady for you? Consider this jug as an example. So this is the example which is consists of water. What if there is a hole at its bottom? What will happen? What will happen? The water will certainly flow through, let me give you some pretty much cool example here. I think I must clear this off. This example is enough for you to understand. You consider there is a change in velocity vector, okay, or in displacement vector. There will be a change in the direction of velocity vector or the displacement vector. So what if I consider an example, some sort of like as if it is a bucket, you see. So this is a bucket which is consist of you say fluid. The most common fluid we witnessed here is the air or the water. So for our reference, we consider that this bucket is full of water. Okay, but there is some sort of students there, or maybe some sort of children who don't like things when these are perfect. They always have something to do. So one of my students put a hole behind this at its bottom, behind me at the bottom of that particular bucket. What will happen with the water? You see, you say water will comes out here. Okay, you see water will coming out from here. So the direction or the velocity vector must be in this direction. The velocity vector must have the direction of flow. But if it is flowing here, that's pretty cool. You can say, you can put up in air and you see the water will flow downward. This is the direction, there is no change. But here it will be some sort of changes, like if you see the water will flow with some sort of whirlpools here. Okay, this will go for a whirlpool here, some sort of whirlpool like this. So this will gonna happen with water within the bucket or within the volume you have considered here for the fluid. So this will gonna happen. If we take this again, we will take this as infinitesimal. You can define the rotation here. This is the rotation. What it is? It is a rotation. So how can you define rotation for infinitesimal small length? You can consider it as that example we have discussed, like the line integral sense. We can consider for infinitesimal small length parameters or infinitesimal small area segments, then we can consider it as a straight line. The curved line could be considered as a straight line for very much small distance. So the direction could be this, or maybe this. These two can be the direction. This is the direction 1 and maybe this is the direction 2. These two can be the direction of flow, and this is called rotation, and this rotation is called curl of vector field. Vector field what? The vector field, the downward flow of liquid or the downward flow of fluid, representing the vector field and the vector field, and this rotation happening over here, and this will happen all over the volume. This is not happening only in here. This will happen all over the volume here. This will gonna be smaller, smaller and smaller. So this will gonna happen through the whole volume. So this happening, this certain phenomena or the incident here is termed as curl of that vector field. Okay, so you got the physical significance of curl. You know very much that what it is a curl. If any fluid that has not this rotation, if any fluid that do not possess this rotation will be a irrotational vector. For irrotational vector there will be no rotation, and this is why there will be no curl. Okay, so this is how we define curl, and we got a physical significance over here. Now we are subjected to derive out our Cartesian coordinate representation for the curl of vector field. Let me go aside, and for your reference you can take a screenshot here. Hope that you have done with the screenshot. Let me clear this off. because this doesn't have much more to go. We will write down shortly our Cartesian coordinate representation for the field. Keep in mind the definition here. This is the definition. This is the definition of curl. Keep it in mind. This will help us throughout the whole calculation, and the calculation will be pretty much easier with our examples. We have keep in mind all the examples we have discussed within our explanation. This will help us. So we will talking about curl in Cartesian coordinates. So what will be the curl in Cartesian coordinates? Curl in Cartesian coordinates. Every time you keep in mind the Cartesian coordinates are the x, y and z. These all will meet up and will result you a Cartesian coordinate representation there. Okay.